All right, so recently on Andrew Schulz podcast, he's been getting very handsy with some of his guests. You know, it's kind of like what he normally does with Akash. He started doing with his guests, but they don't seem as into it. And like with Logan Paul, who was on his podcast last month, Schulz will take things pretty far. You know, this was more than the occasional leg slap. Schulz was full on groping this man. And he's got to be careful because you do this to the wrong person and you could get in some trouble. But I think maybe before this podcast, Andrew and Logan came to a deal where Andrew wouldn't bring up CryptoZoo at all as long as he gets to fondle Logan a bunch of times throughout the podcast. I think that might have been the trade-off they made. No, I'm just kidding. But there was at one point, Schultz's crew was like, all right, Andrew, take it easy. Because he just literally grabbed Logan's thigh and started massaging it. It was so uncomfortable, and I'm sure Logan was annoyed by it, but he's got some patience because he put up with this a lot throughout the podcast. And like I was saying, Schulz has got to be careful because he does this to the wrong person and they feel disrespected or something, he might get hit. Like even his producer, when he saw Schulz start grabbing Logan's leg, he's like, you better not do that to me.
I was engaged. Now I'm engaged.
Yo, you are, dude. I'm fucking engaged. I'm putting the gay in engaged right now. Dude, he got D's, bro.
Wait, did he?
Dude, be serious. Come on, let me squeeze your arms again.
Yeah.
Be serious, bro. Come on.
He can't get nothing. You got pride.
Nah, feel that, though. Feel that. Feel that.
I've been trying to size him up, and I'm like, yo, he's kind
He
of
might
big.
got you now.
In us. Andrew.
Come on, bro.
I'm assaulting the guest.
Come
He's
on,
trying to
bro.
be serious, dude.
Bro, I had to make sure the legs are also getting worked out.
Come on,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
He's trying to be serious.
Chill, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Okay, I'll break your thigh.
He got multiple legs.
Fighting Mike Perry potentially.
Yo, son, that's a harder fight.
No.
Nah, he ain't trying to do that.
That's a harder fight. What the fuck? Bro.
How you think?
I'm cooked. I'm cooked. It was 10 rounds. It was 10 rounds. We knew.
Take your pants off,
We knew Jake was going to win.
Take your pants off,
Bro, all of you are assaulting me on Bobby Lee in this.
Yeah, so I'd say Schulz was getting a little too carried away during this podcast. I don't know how Logan was putting up with this, but maybe he did feel like since Schulz was kind of doing him a favor with this podcast, then he just had to deal with it because Andrew is completely out of control. And to do this to a guest on your podcast is wild. I mean, even him and Akash don't take things this far. And, you know, him and Akash are usually on the same page. Like they're always just grabbing each other and shaking each other's legs and stuff. But when Schulz does this with his guests, it always is pretty uncomfortable. Like he was also doing this recently with Dave Portnoy as well. And obviously he didn't take it anywhere near as far as he did with Logan. But I think he was still getting on Dave's nerves a little bit because Dave would be in the middle of talking and then Akash and Schulz would just burst out laughing and start hollering and screaming. And Dave doesn't really laugh at anything. So he just kind of sits there. But then Schulz will grab him and start shaking him around, which I don't think he's too thrilled about. And this first clip is something else. Schulz starts doing this deranged laugh and then he grabs Dave and starts to shake him, and then you can see Akash, I think he's about to do the same thing, and he puts his hand on Dave's leg and then takes it away right away because he probably realizes he doesn't look like he's very comfortable with this, and it's kind of weird, two grown men grabbing another guy's legs and shaking him.
Yeah.
Was
fantastic.
Yeah. Shakespeare in Love?
I'm not.
I mean, what?
Move on. I had a great point. You're never gonna hear it. That point's gone.
We can get it out of him, I think. I think we can tickle it out of him. We can tickle it out.
And also, I think the best part about this podcast is Dave really doesn't laugh at anything, but Schulz and Akash, on the other hand, are just going nuts the whole time. Like, anytime someone says something funny, they have to laugh for at least 5 seconds, and Dave's just sitting there like, what am I dealing with?
Like that. If you have a dating show, that's a little cringy.
What's it called? Everyone wants to suck my dick.
Listen, but
I was in a dating
like
show.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I wrote for it.
Yeah, so there you go. Point proven. Like, you know.
Yeah. Everybody say he's the coolest.
Crazy viral.
We know.
Do you, little man? The way it fucking happened.
Get him the ecstasy! Get him the ecstasy right now! Get him on it!
The concert,
Oh yeah, and another thing, Schulz, who's 40 years old, just started getting into ecstasy, and now he's obsessed with it, and he has to talk about it basically on every podcast. Like he's the first person to realize that drugs can be fun.
He's got an ecstasy addiction. Who cares? Regulating moods.
Yeah, no shit.
Have you done some ecstasy?
Yes,
Wait a minute,
dude.
talk to me. Wait. When?
Molly.
No, ecstasy.
I mean, there's no difference.
No, there is a
fucking
huge difference.
Yeah.
You need to feel amazing and full and wanting to share, but f***ing A, does music sound good on it? And we should do it now.
Okay.
We should do it
Hold
now.
on, hang on. Yeah. Whoa, hang on.
We should do it.
But you
Yeah, so now he wants to do ecstasy with everybody, which I'm sure is just making the touching problem even worse. Like at the end of the Dave Portnoy episode, he's like, "Man, Dave, I wish you came to the club the other night. We had ecstasy. We could have had a great time."
Ready.
Yeah, we got the table
I
ready.
need my seat.
You know, we had the ecstasy on deck too. We could have had a great night, bro.
I knew you were on something.
And that was honestly probably the most Dave laughed the entire podcast. And it's funny, some of the top comments were talking about Schultz's epiphanies. Like this person says they laugh harder at that than they do at his jokes. And this other comment said somebody needs to timestamp all the epiphanies. And I'm sure there were a bunch this episode, but that kind of took a back seat to the crazy laughing and all the touching. That was definitely the most obnoxious part. But let me know what you guys think about it all down in the comments. And then make sure you go check out my Patreon account. There's a ton of exclusive content on there. There's probably over 40 videos at this point, and I'm going to be posting another one tomorrow about Brendan Schaub with the whole Legion of Skanks thing, and also an update on the podcast network that he signed to. And then also I'm going to be talking about Tom Segura. There's some stuff with him, and there's a ton of other videos on there, so make sure you go check it out. I'll put a link in the description, and then make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.